How would you react to an injury that leaves you paralyzed from the neck down? You'll have a chance to compare your reaction to a man that lives it every day when Small and Simple Things returns. In celebration of their 25th wedding anniversary, Jack Rushton, his wife Joanne, and 3 of their children were staying at a beach house in Laguna Beach. An avid athlete, Jack and his son went into the water to catch one last wave.
My son and I caught it at the same time, and it was a great ride. But he pulled out, before it got too shallow. And I was having such a good ride that I thought I would take it into shore. And the best that any of us can figure is that I hit my forehead on a submerged rock. And the instant I hit, I knew that I was paralyzed. I tried to swim, but I couldn't move my arms or legs, and there was just green swirling seawater all around, and then I just blacked out. 2 hours later at Laguna Hospital, I woke up, and there was a circle of nurses and doctors standing around me, and one of the nurses said, "Mr. Rushton, you've had a bad accident. If you can understand what I'm saying, blink your eyes." And I blinked my eyes, and there was a collective sigh of relief, because they felt that as bad as the injury was, that at least I had not suffered any brain damage. And so that was the beginning of a new life, and with all that would be involved with that.
Anything Jack does, his wife Joanne does also. She has become his limbs and claims with a smile that she's the one that's physically challenged. And though caring for Jack can be a challenge, it's not one without its rewards.
Jack is very easy to care for nature-wise. He's always extremely appreciative and kind and courteous and not complaining. And so that makes my job as a caregiver much easier.
She is absolutely the world-class caregiver to a quadriplegic that there could be.
Of all the things Jack lost that day, the one thing he kept and is most grateful for is his family. Always surrounded by family, Jack's life is enriched by their love.
On a day-to-day basis, I know that it was my faith. I know that it was my family. The thing that came to me at that moment, almost immediately, was a new perspective about life. All of a sudden, I sort of realized that any material possessions, positions, degrees, none of that really made much of a difference. That the only thing that was important at all was the relationships that I had with my family and with God.
With the aid of voice recognition software and the internet, Jack stays in touch with family and friends. He's writing a book and even teaches a weekly Bible class on Sunday to a standing room only crowd.
And so in one fell swoop, what does Job lose?
Everything, practically.
Well, what is everything?
I'm sorry, but the thing that sticks out with me for Job is that every time I think I have it bad, I remember Job,
Very good, Sister.
And while the insights and humor are his, Joanne is by his side and ready with anything Jack needs.
For the rest of the story, let's go to Job chapter 2.
It would be so easy to blame God or to withdraw from the world, becoming bitter and angry, but Jack has chosen another point of view.
I don't want to give the impression that the adjustment has been easy. In the beginning, I could not conceive of how I was going to live a life without being able to move my body, without even being able to breathe on my own. So the adjustment was enormous. My faith never wavered, but that didn't mean that I didn't have depressions. I think for the first time in my life, I was pushed to the limit. And literally, there was nowhere to turn. And so I turned to the Lord. And to this day, I feel a spontaneity of joy. I feel a sense of well-being that I just never thought I would ever feel again. Never did I ever ask the question why. I don't know why it happened, and it doesn't matter. Tragedies can come into our lives. Problems will come into all of our lives. It's part of just being here upon this earth. And some people think that religion or having faith in God will protect you from bad things. I don't think that's the point. I think the point is that if our faith is strong, that when bad things happen, which they will, we'll be able to deal with them.